Welcome back to another edition of Our City. A few things going around the city of Elizabeth this week. On Monday, April 24th at 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to host a Community Development Block Grant, which is known as CDBG. It will be a press conference at the Elizabeth Coalition to House the Homeless, located at 118 Division Street. As the fourth largest municipality in the state of New Jersey, Elizabeth depends on federal funding such as Community Development Block Grant funding. We need it to supplement programs and services that assist our residents. Recently, the President has proposed the elimination of this program, which will cost the city of Elizabeth in excess of $3 million. This will have an extreme negative impact on the efficiency and effectiveness of our local organizations, as well as the resources that are provided to our communities. Please consider joining me, as well as members of Congress and other elected officials and community members, to show your support for Community Development Block Grant funding. And on Tuesday, April 25th, around 5:30 in the evening, I'm going to attend a presentation of Hands to the Sky. This is a film that was written and produced and edited and worked on by Mr. Theodore Perkins. This movie features on what it is like for people living on the autism spectrum. It will be held in council chambers on the third floor of City Hall. It is all part of the City of Elizabeth's efforts during April Autism Awareness Month. On Thursday, April 27th at 10:30 in the morning, I'm going to once again be at JA BizTown in Edison. This event honors members and students from the Jerome Dunn Academy, School Number 9, at the Junior Achievement, located at 360 Pear Blossom Drive in Edison. JA BizTown, for those of you that may not be familiar, is a standards-based 21st century experimental learning curriculum designed for 5th and 6th grade students to learn the importance of work readiness, entrepreneurship, and financial literacy. And on Friday, April 28th at 11:30 in the morning, I'm going to attend Environmental Day. This is hosted by Future City. This event offers students from various schools throughout Elizabeth the opportunity to learn from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the U.S. Coast Guard, and various other organizations about our environment, our waterways, and our estuaries. This event is held at the Peterstown Community Center, located at 408 Palmer Street. For more information, please call 908-659-6089. And on Saturday, April 29th, around 9 o'clock in the morning, a grand open and a ribbon cutting of the Family Dollar Store, located at 450 North Broad Street. And later that afternoon, around 1 o'clock, the Elizabethport Little League and the North Elizabeth Youth Baseball Parade and Opening Day ceremony will occur. This will begin at the Donald Stewart Center and Early Childhood Education School, located at school number 51 at 544 Pennsylvania Avenue, and it will end at the new and refurbished Canal Field on Fanny Street. If you need more information concerning these events or any other events, please call our Public Information Office at 908-820-4124. Please stay with us, where I'm going to be joined by three young ladies who go to school in the city of Elizabeth who have competed and have won at the New Jersey State Youth Art Month, which was held earlier this month. Please stay with us.
Why do we like it here? Let's just say the reasons are diverse. Kean University.
Welcome back to Our City. Today, we are joined by three Elizabeth Public School students whose artwork advanced for exhibition in the Art Educators of New Jersey State Youth Art Month at the state level. A reproduction of each student's artwork was on display at the Plaza in Elizabethtown Gas Company, Liberty Hall Center from March 1st through March 24th, which I earlier proclaimed March at Elizabeth Youth Art Month. And each year, only 6 pieces of artwork are chosen from the hundreds of entrants to represent their counties at the state YAM in Trenton, and the Elizabeth Public Schools took 3 of the 6 winning spots. Each original winning artwork was on display at the State House in Trenton from March 25th through March 31st, which concluded with a closing award reception in which they all received a state AENJ YAM certificate and many art supplies. Additionally, their winning artwork was printed on the Union County YAM invitation. So I'm joined by Yaimary Arguelles. How'd I do?
Good.
Got your name? Good. You're a 5th grade student at the Joseph Batten School, number 4, and your art student, your teacher is Miss Tracy Gale.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Also, Miss Issabelle Cruz, a 5th grade student at Elmore School number 12, who's an art student of Mrs. Christine Downey. Is that you? Mm-hmm. Okay. And Miss Gianna Mercado, a 6th grade student at Madison Monroe School number 16, who's an art student of Miss Ada Flores.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
So why don't we start with you, Yaimary? The title of your winning art piece, and please tell us what inspired you to create it.
The title of my art piece is called Fall Leaves, and what inspired me was first that we questioned what happens in fall season. Then we looked at some pictures to see what was happening in that environment. Then we picked out some leaves, and I drew the leaves.
So when you say we, was this part of a team effort? Or was this your idea?
It was my idea.
It was your idea.
Yes.
Did you learn anything from this?
Yes.
What'd you learn?
I learned that fall season has different colors of leaves, and it has many colors on them.
So during the fall season, you get to see really pretty
Yes.
pictures, right?
Yes.
And the further north you go during the early part, you get to see it, right?
Yes.
If you're driving with your family or something.
Yes.
So you want to hold that picture up, which was... Is this an original? Or is this a reproduction? Is this the original?
Yes.
Yeah. And this is the one that was in Trenton for a while, right?
Yes.
Oh, good. So do you want to keep doing artwork?
Yes.
You do. What's your next project, you think?
Well, I think my next project will be drawing another season that's going to come up.
Very good. So let's move on to Gianna. The title of your winning art piece, and what was your inspiration and creativity?
The title of my art piece is Fruits. My inspiration was all the fruits that grow during the spring and summer, and all the colors that you see in the fruits.
So what made you think of that?
Fruits are one of my favorite foods, so I based my artwork off of that.
Okay. So do you have another project coming up, you think?
Possibly, yes.
Yeah. Is it a secret?
Yes.
It is. Good for you. So we want you to hold your project up too. So, no, hold it that way. So the, you actually sliced this one, right? This, you
yeah.
drew a picture. Oh, good. Is that a bottle of wine in there for it?
Yes.
Ah, where'd you get that idea? At home?
It just kind of made the picture complete.
Because if you had a bottle of wine, I'd come over and eat the fruit with you. So, Issabelle, now we're going to you. And so the title of your winning art piece, and you can share with us, what did you like best about creating it?
It was very colorful, and like I had a lot of designs on it. So
what was the title of it?
a triptych.
A what?
Triptych.
Triptych, what is that?
It's like a tree with swirls all around it, and like different designs.
And was this your idea?
Well, kind of. The whole class had to do it,
Okay. And so you did it the best.
I guess.
Because you won an award, so you must have did it the best. Your teacher thought it was pretty good. You're going to hold yours up?
Yeah.
It is colorful. So do you have another project planned?
Well, in class we're actually doing a new one. It's like kind of like a big design, and then you have to put your favorite things inside of them.
Okay. Now, did the three of you know each other before you did this? Because you all go to different schools, right?
Yes.
Is this the first time you're meeting?
Yes.
Oh, it is? You didn't even meet at the art show?
No.
No.
Oh. I think your teachers are taking you out for ice cream on the way back. What do you think? Yeah, we'll have to tell them about that. Maybe we can work that out. So, Gianna, how did you feel when your teacher calls you or brings you in, tells you that your artwork was selected for the New Jersey State Youth Art Month exhibit?
I felt very happy and honored to receive the award and to get the privilege to represent my school, Madison Monroe, and the Elizabeth District.
So when you went home that day, who did you tell first?
Well, my art teacher, Miss Ada, called my mom, so everyone was there and they heard the news.
Oh, so they knew it already. Oh, so Mom heard it too at the
Yes.
same time. Okay. And Issabelle, when you were called by Mrs. Downey and told you your artwork was selected,
I was very happy and like excited to know that I won it from the whole class.
so when were you at home when you got the phone call, or were you in school?
I was in school.
So when you went home, who'd you tell first?
My mom.
Yeah, and what did she say?
She said congratulations to me, and she was also very happy for me.
Probably moms thought this would never happen, right? They probably. What did you think? Moms had to be really special about this, right? Yes. So is it Yaimary? Same thing. Who called you first?
Oh, that was the first thing that ever happened to me, so I was surprised and totally excited.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you at home when you got the call, or would they tell you in classroom?
They told me in classroom.
Okay. And then when you went home, who'd you tell?
I told my mom.
Yeah? And what was her reaction?
She was so surprised and amazed, and she was so happy for me.
Surprised and amazed. I know I would be, because whenever your child comes home with some kind of an award, it's like a big deal. So tell me, you're in school now, and school's almost over. You got another 2 months to go. Do you think you're going to draw or do any artistic work during the summer? We'll start with you, Gianna.
Yes, I do, because during the summer, I usually go to my grandmother's house, and her house, she has, every time her grandchildren visit, she has them paint something on her house, like something of our own.
She doesn't make you paint the house, though.
No.
No. So where's Grandma live?
She lives in Florida.
So you get to go there?
Mm-hmm.
So I would imagine in Florida you might be painting some Florida stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The beach, maybe?
Yeah, the last time I went there, I drew a sea star. I
You did?
painted a sea star.
Okay. And do you still have that?
It's,
Or is it
yeah,
on Grandma's refrigerator?
it's actually on her house.
It's on her house.
Yeah.
You actually put it on the house.
I painted it onto her house.
Oh, you have to take a picture and send it to me when you get back. All right. So what are you gonna do for the summer?
I think I'm gonna draw my mother, my family.
Oh. Well, drawing people's even going to be harder, right?
Yes.
So and if they don't like the way they look, they're going to make you do it again. Not just kidding. So are they going to sit for this, or are you going to draw it off for like a picture or photograph?
A picture or a photograph.
Yeah. Okay. And how about you? What are you going to do for the summer?
I will probably draw like a family tree, like of all my family, like not just my family here, but like in the other countries,
So what are the other countries?
Colombia and Ecuador.
Okay, that's where Mom and Dad are from?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good mix, right? They obviously produced a very artistic young lady.
Thank you.
So you said trees again, so you like the theme of trees, huh? Good. Well, the three of you are really talented, and I wish you lots of luck in your drawing, but in everything else you do as well. I hope you have a nice summer when we get around to it, and good luck. I hope we get to see each other again, all right? I want to thank your teachers for bringing you in, too, all right? And make sure they take you out for ice cream. Tell the bus driver to stop, okay? For Yaimary, Gianna, and Issabelle, I'm Chris Bolwage. Please stay with us, where we're going to talk more in the second segment with Miss Katharine Piros about Special Olympics of New Jersey from the Dwyer House program.
We're an American original, dependable, historic, nuanced, with all the comforts of home, even when you're just visiting. So we're celebrating for all that we've left untouched and all that we've changed. A place where the past meets the future. So consider this your invitation
We've been celebrating here in Elizabeth for 350 years, and we're just getting started. Welcome back to our city. For the second half of this evening's show, I'm pleased to be joined by Miss Katharine Peros, who is with the Special Olympics of New Jersey and the Dwyer House program. Katharine, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, Katharine, tell me a little bit about yourself. A special education teacher, head of the Special Olympics student program. You didn't just fall out of a tree and get there. You worked hard. Tell me about your education.
Well, I went to Rutgers as an undergraduate. I received a degree in economics and political science and decided to go into teaching. So I received my master's in special education right here at Kane. And I've been a teacher with the Elizabeth Public Schools for the last 7 years. I've been at the Dwyer Technology Academy, and I'm also the Ambassador Club Advisor at that school, which is a community service-based program for my students with special needs.
And you're a local girl too, right? You grew up in Union.
I did.
Yeah.
As a farmer, yes.
So your role in having students participate in the Special Olympics is not only challenging, how do you go about getting them?
Well, I'm in the resource center at Dwyer Academy, so I enlisted the help of my colleagues to have the juniors and the sophomores of our program participate in the Special Olympics last year. I'm the coach, and I'm also the logistics coordinator. So we started last year, and I began by having the students complete physicals, receiving the appropriate paperwork to have field trips for the competitions on the weekends, and also having the families collaborate with us to come out to cheer the students on. So it's been a long process, but a very rewarding one.
So, Katharine, the Dwyer Technology Academy, how did it become involved? Was this your idea? Did somebody knock you on your door one day, or how did this happen?
I always wanted to be involved in the Special Olympics, but actually last year someone did knock on my door. I received a call one day from the social worker in my building, Ms. Dawn Lippy, and she was in a meeting with Dr. Wendy Lopez, who is a school psychologist in the district. And she'd been involved in the Special Olympics for years, and she wanted to get the high school involved. So they thought about my ambassador club and how I might be able to incorporate that to get the high school involved, because a lot of her students were previously at the middle school participating, so now as high school students they can again. So it all kind of worked out last year. It's our second year now, and it's grown.
So the Ambassador Club, Katharine, is that a special needs folks, or that's just...
It actually, it is everybody. We primarily use our special needs students I've taken them to the local food bank of New Jersey, and we also had a couple of breakfast fundraisers this year in our building to help purchase uniforms for these students to participate in the Special Olympics. And they volunteered at school dances, and it's just a great way for all the kids in the building to come together. We also collaborate with the National Honor Society, and it's a great way to get school and community projects completed.
So how many kids do you have in the Ambassador program?
We have 32 in the resource program and 15 students on the Special Olympics team.
And they compete in different things? Who picks what they compete in?
Well, that has been selected by Dr. Wendy Lopez, and we've gone along with it. We've done bowling and track and field for the past 2 years. We're looking to expand because Special Olympics of New Jersey has 25 programs that the students can compete in, everything from flag football to basketball to baseball to aquatics. But we've done the bowling and the track and field, and the students absolutely love it.
I've been at the track and field events.
That's right.
Is it held in the stadium in Carteret?
It is, yes.
It's continued there this year?
This year, yes. It's going to be on Saturday, May 6th. We hope you can join us again. Okay. And and then if they win gold at this event, at any of the field or the track events, they qualify to compete at the state level, which will be in June.
Okay. Yeah. Have we ever had that? Have we?
I'm not sure about previously. Last year we didn't go to the States. This year we may. We have some really fast runners on the team, so we'll see what happens.
So the program got started in the Elizabeth Public Schools by conversation and dialogue.
Yeah, it's been going on since 2003. Primarily at the middle school level. You have to be 8 years old to participate in Special Olympics, and now for the last 2 years it's been for the high school.
So you have to be 8 years old to participate in Special Olympics, and you said you have 16 in the Ambassador Club?
I have 32 in the Ambassador Club, 15 students on the Special Olympics team.
On the Special Olympics team. So if you have to be 8 years old, is there any other qualifications to be in the Special Olympics?
Yes, you have to be classified as having a cognitive or intellectual delay by a professional or an agency, and in many cases this means that you're eligible for special education services or related services. So many of my students have cognitive and intellectual delays, which is why they qualify. They're all high school age students, and all of them have their special needs, and all the students that participate in Special Olympics have special needs.
When Special Olympics was first formed in the 60s, it looked like it was mostly like just Down syndrome children, right?
That's right.
And it's
significantly
it's
delayed.
changed to broader categories for the good.
Yes. Yeah. Special education as a whole has grown in that way. It used to be severely disabled, physically disabled. Those students might receive educational services in a segregated building or segregated classroom. Nowadays, special education has changed tremendously, where students are pushed into the general population. They may have smaller class sizes like my students do, but they participate in every other aspect of the school community. Everything from the extracurriculars to gym, phys ed, art, and also extracurricular activities.
And Katharine, the events that they participate in, how many competitions do they do in track and field? Is bowling just one day and that's it?
Well, bowling is one day for the Area 5 competition, which is Union and Middlesex County. Our students this year, many of them won gold and silver in that competition and advanced to the state sectional, which was Central New Jersey. And from that competition, I had 6 students who advanced even further to the spring tournament games. And that was a statewide competition. And one of my students won gold. This was 2 weeks ago. And he's now eligible to try out in August to potentially make it to the USA Games next July, 2018 in Seattle, Washington.
And that's it? That's bowling?
Bowling, yeah, we're very proud. Yes.
How old is this, a boy or a girl?
It's a boy.
And how old is he?
And he is 15 years old.
Okay.
So we have high hopes. It's going to be in August. I will go out to cheer him on. 82 students won the gold at that competition 2 weeks ago. So 4 of them will make it to...
4 of the 82?
4 of the 82. It's
wow.
very competitive. But just to be able to make it, his parents are on board. They want to attend and cheer him on. We're all just so
Where will
proud.
that competition be?
Seattle, Washington next. Oh, this...
the one to get to Seattle. Where's that?
I believe it's going to be in Central Jersey. Probably at Bolero Bowling Alley, where they had the state competition, I'm assuming. I haven't received all the details just yet.
But it's to be determined.
Yes.
So the events that they participate in, how many competitions have the students done? Have they done some up till now already?
Yes, the bowling is done for this year, and now we have the upcoming track and field. Last year we did 1 track meet. This year we're doing the Union and Middlesex County track meet again. And like as I said earlier, they might make it to the state level competition in June. Okay. So we had 3 bowling competitions, 1 track and field. And
how do you prepare for these events with the students?
Well,
is there practice or
practices?
There
yes.
is.
Yes. Well, for track and field, they practice with their adaptive phys ed teacher, Mr. Alex Figueroa at Dwyer. He's wonderful. He used to be a track coach himself, and that'll be during gym periods. And I've gone down there with them to help them practice. They will practice for the 25-meter dash, 50-meter dash, 100-meter, 200-meter relay. Also field events such as the standing long jump, the tennis and softball throw, and the turbo javelin. And for bowling, we have 3 practices per school year. We'll go during the school day for 2 hours. They have to practice 12 games, and the Special Olympics will take the average of the 12 to place them into the appropriate division so that students compete against other athletes with similar abilities.
So that's how they get placed in divisions. I was going to ask that next. So it's based on previous scores, and then
right.
the organization does that.
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
So that you don't have to be the fastest runner. You don't have to have the highest score in bowling. You just need to be, everyone's a winner. Everyone's able to compete against other athletes with similar ages, similar abilities, and also the same gender. So, as I had mentioned, it's
There's
not
no
about being
co-ed competition, in other words.
no, it's
yeah.
yeah.
Like bowling, you probably could
yes,
have co-ed competition, but you don't.
They could, but they don't. No,
okay.
They keep it males and females, and yeah. So the students are placed according to their own abilities, and they're able to compete against themselves and do better each time. And we've seen that in the practices. I've had students who.
Do you have a favorite sport, Katharine? These days? You told me before the show you like to run, so
I do run, yes.
Yeah. So do you enjoy the running with these kids?
I do. They ask me all the time if I'll run with them, right? And they will. I mean, they're a lot faster than I am. I'm a distance runner, but I mean, some of our kids are tremendously fast. They'll run 25 meters within 4 seconds, and I had one student make it to the track team this year. I have others expressing the same interest, and so I do enjoy the excitement of those quick dashes, but I also love seeing them at the bowling competition and seeing them win at the end of the competition. It's always just such a positive, rewarding experience. for
Is there
everyone.
fundraising necessary for this, or is it
Yes, we
self-funded?
fundraise in my building for the uniforms. I use the Ambassador Club, and we have implemented 2 staff breakfast fundraisers. So the other teachers in the Resource Center, Mrs. Marianne Tagliavore, Paul Minatelli, and Maninder Nayar, and myself, we've donated to these breakfasts, and we invite the faculty for a $3 donation to have breakfast with the students. And my students set up, they greet them, they proudly display their medals, and it's turned into a life skills activity for them as well. And this pays for the uniforms, and we'll have a pizza party for the kids.
So there's support among the staff? It's
Huge support.
There is?
Huge
You're
support.
very happy with that support?
Tremendously. We couldn't have done this without the consistent support of my administration. Our principal, Ms. Diana Pinto Gomez, has come to every competition we've had on the weekends, every single one. She does her best to invite the staff out, to make sure that there's announcements, to congratulate the kids, to submit it to the district level excellence newsletter. She's been great. So has our former vice principal, Mr. Willis Gillis. He comes out to every event, and as well as many of the teachers. I have teachers who are going to be chaperoning with us. My Resource Center colleagues are wonderful. They're there at every competition as a chaperone, and it's become a school-wide pride thing for us.
So are there obstacles, Katharine, for the kids? I mean, personal obstacles more so? Yeah.
Personal obstacles. They can be very tough on themselves. When we go to practices, they can be competitive with each other. Sometimes they get down on themselves. Maybe they didn't bowl the highest score, or they're not as quick as maybe one of the other students. But I love the way they come together to lead each other, to grow in their sportsmanship skills. They are constantly encouraging each other, and they are truly a team. So they support each other. And it's just
Family support?
Huge family support. A lot of them come out to the competitions. They're always positive in making sure that the students are encouraged to go. There's practices where students might be a little tough on themselves, and then I'll call home. I'll say, so-and-so didn't have the best practice today, but I'm going to talk to him tonight. No, this is very important, and I want him to be there. And the parental support has also been invaluable to have this
Do you
program.
see growth?
I do see growth, yeah, in their confidence, in their leadership skills, in their sportsmanship skills, and overall, just the way they've always been welcomed by our Dwyer community. That's the great thing about our high school. It's absolutely wonderful in the way these students are a part of every component of the school. But I've seen the students themselves grow, and then I've seen the way it's improved the school culture as a whole. It's been great.
So the school culture is benefited by this?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yes. I have gen ed kids that want to come to cheer them on at these events.
So you don't miss events either. You're there.
I'm always there. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Katharine, I want to thank you for taking the time to join us on the show. I wish you
for
lots of
having
luck
me.
with the Special Olympics, and I look forward to seeing you in May.
Great.
At least walking around the track with them in the beginning.
That's right. Thank you.
I wish you well. Thank you for your work and your commitment.
I appreciate it.
For Miss Katharine Peros, as well as Yaimary Arguelles, Issabelle Cruz, and Gianna Mercado, I'm Chris Bolwage. We'll see you next week on another edition of Our City.
We're creating tomorrow's jobs today. Kane University.